Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today for this 10-minute warm-up. This is a great warm-up to use prior to any of your runs or any of the workouts that you're going to be doing as part of the Couch to 5K or to 10K training. Again, this will take about 10 minutes. The first few movements are including a foam roller. So that is the only piece of equipment you will need. I've got a foam roller, or you could also use a massage ball. If you don't have access to those, this is still a helpful warm-up. You can just skip to the body weight movements. But let's go ahead and get into it. So grab your foam roller. If you are doing this maybe in a parking lot prior to a run or in a park, I do suggest using a massage ball. I find this is just a lot easier to transport, but I recommend something about the size of a softball. So not a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. Get something a little bit bigger. This is easy just to bring with you in the car, or of course you could bring your foam roller. But the first release technique that we're going to use the foam roller for is for the glutes. So to get into this release technique, just place the foam roller just in front of you underneath your bent knees. And then I like to prop myself up on my hands, lift, and just sit right on top of the foam roller. So you have a couple options here. You're going to roll just to the left side. So both of your knees are going to point in towards the left, and then you're going to roll forward and back to start to loosen into the glute. Each of these movements, we're only going to hold for about 30 seconds. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you're going to cross your left knee, your left ankle over your right knee. So now your left knee kind of creates a little bit of an arrow. And to go even deeper into that muscle, you're going to take your right hand, grip onto your left leg, and then you can get a little bit more weight onto the glute to open up further. All right, and let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So same three options. I'm going to go to that option with the most resistance to get into that right side a little bit more. But just roll forward and back. You can also kind of rock a little bit side to side. Any points of tension, you can look to maybe hold there a little bit longer versus movement. And while you roll, make sure you breathe. Never hold your breath. Good. Go ahead and bring both of your feet back to the ground. And then we are going to move to the IT band. So the IT band runs along the outside of both of our legs. So we're going to set the foam roller up just at the middle of the leg first, and then we'll move from there. So you can start more so on the front of the leg, more in your quad, and then shift your weight and kind of roll onto the outside of your leg. I like to lower down onto my forearms, and then I'll use the toe of the leg that I'm not rolling to help move me forward and back or top to bottom. Now, really important when you foam roll this area is that you don't roll over your knee. So you're only looking to roll over muscle, never bone. So avoid rolling over your hip bone and your knee in this case. This area can be very sensitive because it can get very tight. But if you do need a little bit more pressure, you can stack your legs and then use your arms to push yourself up and down that location. All right, let's go ahead and switch. Same thing on the other side. And again, make sure you're breathing, especially this one. Like I said, it can be a lot. So you might tend to maybe hold your breath, but try not to. If you have a really sore spot, maybe towards the top or the bottom, you can hang out there for a couple seconds longer. All right, and then for the next one, we're not going to go very far. We're going to move to the quad. So let's move back to that first leg. Place the foam roller right at the center of your leg again. This time we're at the front of the leg, so not the side. We're looking to roll out the quad muscle. Same concept though. You're going to roll top to bottom. And then if you find a really tight area, I like to pause there and then flex and extend my knee. And you can do that really up and down the leg as well at any point. You can start to rotate more to the inside or to the outside of your quad. I know we got the IT band, but the quad is a very big muscle. So if you still feel tightness towards maybe the outside of your quad. You could roll in that direction as well. And again, avoid the knee and the hip. All right, let's take it to the other side. Last little bit of that foam rolling. Got a tight spot, you can go ahead and flex and extend. These are great to do after as well. We do have a cool down video for you that you can check out, but these are great, especially if you're sore. This is nice to bring some additional blood flow and help recover your muscles a little bit faster. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. You're going to place your foam roller off to the side. You will no longer need that. So we are going to get into body weight movements. So the first few exercises are going to continue to mobilize or lengthen some tight muscles. And then we're going to start to activate or contract and engage some muscles that are really important for when you're going to be running. So your first move is going to be a reverse step back or reverse lunge with a reach. And our intention is to open up the hip flexors a little bit more. So step your left foot back, keep your right foot grounded. And you don't have to bend your back knee, but I want you to squeeze your left glute to start to open up your hip flexor. Take your left arm high and then reach to the right. Come back to center, step your feet together, and then switch. Take your right foot back, squeeze your right glute to open up, reach your right arm up and over, step your feet together. We'll move a little bit faster. We're going to do 8 more. Reach up and over. So for most of these movements, it's about 10 reps, 8 to 10 reps, really. Or you can set a timer for about, I would say 30 to 40 seconds. But you want to make sure you're feeling warmed up, you're feeling like you're moving at a nice smooth pace. Okay, last 2 coming up. Really reach up and over, make sure you squeeze that back glute. And then step your feet together. Good, we're gonna move into a side body stretch. This is gonna help to lengthen out the low back and the obliques. These areas can get tight just from being seated for longer periods of time. So start with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart, then take both of your arms up. You're gonna take your right hand and wrap it around your left wrist. You're gonna pull up and then reach towards the right side. Step your left foot back and behind and push your hips over to the left. Come to center, switch your hands, reach, and then switch your feet. Step your right foot back and behind. And then you're just going to alternate back and forth. Reach, step, reach. Same thing, about 8 to 10. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach and stretch. Good, let's go through 2 more rounds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time through. Reach. Good, inhale. Exhale. Come back to center, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. So next section, this is going to be more activation of some muscles. So the first muscle we want to activate are our hamstrings and our glutes. These are prime movers when we're running. We want to make sure that they are leading our movement and that they are turned on and working when we run. So we're going to use a single leg RDL to do just that. I'm going to have you bring your left foot to the ground. I want you to kickstand your right foot. So your left leg is going to be the one we're working. You're going to take your hands in front, almost like you were holding a barbell or a single dumbbell in both hands. And then I want you to slide that imaginary dumbbell down the front of your left leg. Keep your back straight. Squeeze the back of your left leg to stand up tall. We're going to do 5 on this side. So hinge at your hips, push your hips back. You should feel a stretch along the back of your leg and then squeeze from that area to stand up. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Last time. And then we switch. Right foot plants, kickstand your left foot, hands in front. You're going to hinge, reach down, slide that weight around along the front of your leg. Squeeze your right leg to stand up. Squeeze your glute and your hamstring to stand up. You got it. 3 more. Shoulders stay back, chest stays lifted. 2. Last one. Good. Shake out your legs. All right, so activating your glutes and then your core is very important prior to running or really any exercise. So we're going to do some walking lunges with a rotation. Now, I want to say this up front, that rotation comes from your core. I really want you to focus on that. Step your right foot forward. I want both of your knees at 90 degrees. So back knee is 90, front knee is 90. Hands are going to come to shoulder height. Use your core to twist, bring your arms over to the right, come back to center. Step your feet together and then switch. Left foot forward, 90, 90. Use your core to twist, come back up. We're going to do a total of 10. You can keep going in a straight line if you have the space. If not, you can turn around and do 2 in one direction, 2 in the other. So I like to breathe in as I'm lunging and then breathe out as I twist. And we're going 4 more, total of 10. Keep that work in your core. If it's feeling easy, you might not be engaging your core. So really bring that focus there. Hug your belly button in towards your spine. Last one. And take it back up to stand. All right, last little bit. We've got a deep squat rotation. I'm going to give you 2 variations. You can start with this first one. Your feet are shoulder width apart. You're going to push your hips back and down into a squat and then bring both of your arms to the inside of your thighs. Push your arm, your left arm, into your leg. So we're active here. Turn your core on. This shouldn't feel easy. The legs might be shaky. You're going to reach your right arm up, take a twist, and then switch. Now your right arm is on the inside of your right leg. Your left arm goes up, both arms down, and then you stand. You're going to repeat that. Option to get a little bit lower, deeper squat. Same thing, right arm high, twist, take it down and switch. Stand up, go right back down. We're going total of 5. This is number 3. Squat down. Make sure your feet stay planted. So no part of your foot should be lifting off the ground when you squat. Stand up, shake it out. All right, we have our last movement here. We've got 60 seconds lateral shuffle. So I want your feet hip width apart. We're active, right? If you think back to football where we've got this or any other sport, right? We want to be moving. We want to keep that heart rate elevated and crank it up even more. So again, feet are shoulder width apart. You're down in a quarter squat. You're not upright. I want you in a quarter squat. You're going to shuffle and move your arms. 60 seconds, back and forth. Move your arms. Stay low. I want you to stay low so that your glutes stay active. So at any point, if you're not really feeling your glutes, stand up, reset, and then go again. Good, keep it moving. If you have a bigger area, you can certainly go in one direction farther than when I'm showing. Keep your arms moving. We're moving together for 10, 9, 8, keep your hips back, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Shake out your legs and you should be all warmed up, ready to go. Kick some butt at your workout. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I look forward to hopefully warming up with you again soon. If you have questions, please reach out to me or anybody else on my team.